This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy y'all, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. So, okay, first off, I have a link tree down below if you want to contact me via social media or if you want to help me out via Patreon. But most of all, if you like this video, click that subscribe button, please. So, I've been reading up on North Carolina State because they're playing my University of Tennessee Volunteers. I've checked out the Fayetteville Observer. I've checked out a feller by the name of Mike Farrell. I've checked out CBS. I've checked out backinthepack.com. Well, that was because of Power Rankings. Let's just say this much. Power Rankings has North Carolina State at number 10 in the ACC. This is the ACC. This is, as what most people say, it's a pillow fight there to who's going to be the best. As they said on Backing the Pack, and this is a Wolfpack-centric site, not much to discuss here. NC State looked primed for upset much of the night against Catamounts before pulling away late. As discussed in these parts, the Pack's performance was better than the score indicated. Yeah, okay. They were losing starting the fourth quarter. But there's a lot to clean up before taking on Tennessee and Charlotte this coming Saturday night. Okay, we're going to discuss more about North Carolina State here, but I just thought y'all would want to hear that. Okay, let's start with an somewhat unbiased group. That would be CBS Sports. And they're talking about why NC State can cover the score. NC State might not have covered spread in its Week 1 win over Western Carolina, but it closed the game with a dominant fourth quarter. If you have to have a dominant fourth quarter against an FBS team, like what UT did last year, your team ain't going to be able to hang with the big boys. Running back Jordan Waters rushed 123 yards and 2 touchdowns on 20 carries. Okay, including a 50-yard run. That sounds pretty good until you realize it's an FCS team. Sophomore wide receiver Kevin Concepcion had a huge performance, catching 9 passes for 121 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, here's something. When it comes to University of Tennessee, we got questions about our backfield. Our secondary ain't necessarily what everybody considers at the elite level. But we did bring in some good defense. We've got a defensive coordinator that seems to know what he's doing. So, Kevin Concepcion may not have it as easy as they think they do. Former Coastal Carolina quarterback Grayson McCall has thrown for more than 10,000 yards and 91 touchdowns during his impressive college career at Coastal Carolina as a Chanticleer, basically a fancy word for chicken. So he gives NC State a proven signal caller under center. He completed 26 of 40 passes for 318 yards and 3 scores against Catamounts. Okay, so that's what CBS Sports is saying about this. So yeah, that's about NC State. And I'm sorry, you can blow a lot of holes in that. Okay, so let's look at the Fayetteville Observer. Needless to say, these folks are probably not exactly what you would consider unbiased, and they're probably leaning a lot towards NC State. The usual stars likely won't surprise fans at Bank of America Stadium this weekend. Number 24 NC State football knows what players like quarterback Grayson McCall, running back Jordan Waters, and wide receiver Casey Concepcion are capable of accomplishing against number 14 Tennessee. Trio emerged as Wolfpack's top playmakers, okay. Whether it's trying to slow down quarterback Nico Amaliaba, okay, yeah, that's why I don't pronounce his name very often, and the Volunteers offense, or keeping defensive end James Pierce and the Vols defense on their heels, here's a look at 5 members of the Wolfpack with their potential to be X factors. So, they got several. You got an NC State running back by the name of Hollywood Smothers. Justin Jolie, NC State tight end. Jahad Carter, NC State defensive back. Caden Fordham, NC State linebacker. And Zeke Coral, NC State center. So they're counting on these 5 to step up. Coral is one of the 4 captains for NC State this year. He's a Notre Dame transfer. So Fordham, starting middle linebacker, played 5 snaps against Western Carolina before being ejected for targeting. That's some positive thinking right there. On the opening play of the game, Fordham had a chance to pick 6 as defense mouthpiece for head coach Dave Dorn and defense coordinator Tony Gibson. Fordham has a tall task against the balls. He had double-digit tackles once last season and is expected to fill an increased role this year as one of the top tacklers. Carter, missing the opener precautionary reasons as he recovered from an injury. He'll jump into the fire as the Wolfpack starting nickelback against the Vols. He's an Ohio State transfer. Jolie, UConn transfer. And Hollywood Smothers is a Oklahoma transfer. So these guys, they had to draft a lot of these guys. When you take a look at who we're counting on, Nico's recruited. Got Squirrel White. You got a lot of folks that are first time, and yet NC State's having to rely on folks that are all from the transfer portal, which should tell you what kind of coaching is going on there. Okay, so Mike Farrell said no one can still go either way, especially since the ACC is shaping up to be a pillow fight again. Me and him agree on this. NC State's performance against Western Carolina didn't give me a great deal of confidence. Catamounts aren't a bad team, preseason FCS top 25, but I didn't expect them to be winning 21-17 after the third quarter. Wolfpack did wake up in the fourth with 21 unanswered points, but it still raised some concerns. Transfer quarterback Grayson McCall played well statistically, 26 of 40 for 318, 3 TDs, but threw an interception that resulted in a touchdown and looked uncomfortable at times. Wolfpack do have legitimate weapons, numerous legitimate weapons on offense with Kevin Concepcion, Noah Rogers, Jordan Waters, and Wesley Grimes. So it's looking like we're going to have a team that we're playing against this week as a University of Tennessee Volunteers fan who seems to have potential, like what we did last year. Well, okay, so our receivers weren't, but we actually showed that we gelled. So you're going to have to tell me what we should pay attention to. A team that showed out, that's ready, has got more experience under its belt. We're finally at the point that, well, Coach Heupel seems to be excited. Well, as excited as he normally gets. I'm still saying that NC State is going to get beat. I don't think that it's going to be a massacre, but I do think that Tennessee is going to show why they're unbeaten under Heupel against the ACC. We've beaten a Pitt that had just come off of winning the ACC. We have beaten a Clemson that did just win the ACC. We have beaten numerous teams, and we're going to keep beating numerous teams. So, yeah, NC State might have some decent players that people are going to pay attention to, but yeah, it's not going to be something that we need to worry about. So, folks, this has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day and go Vols! Thank you for watching this video. I've had some fairly good success with all of my Redneck Sports stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that rigmarole. And also, just let me know what you want to hear about. I'll give a redneck spin to this stuff. Let me tell you, I love sports. So, I love people that want to join me in that. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.